Hi guys, so today I'll be talking about Podio. My name is Dennis. Podio is a web-based platform used for project management collaboration. The features of Podio include team communication, business processes, data and content in project management workspaces according to what your project needs may be. Going to the Podio website after signing up, the first page you come across would be this dashboard where your workspace and every other tags you might want to include over here. First step we have to do, we have to create a workspace, a project workspace. So we have this ellipsis here, we click over here, and here we have the create a workspace. So this essentially would be what you would like to do, like at the moment with Podio. So creating a workspace, the workspace name in this sense would say maybe house renovation. And the access settings, we'll make it private. We could also be open, whereby people with the link can, jump onto the workspace. But most cases, we make it private and then we invite just the team members. It will only be visible for the team members who have been invited to the workspace. Here we create. Now on it takes us back to our activity page. Here we see that it shows that I just created the house renovation workspace. Now a pop-up screen comes up where it asks us to invite other team members. Now I've already pre-populated these email addresses just to show this will be my team members. What I have to do now is to click to add them in and then add to house renovation. Now this automatically sends an email to these team members with a link to join onto the workspace. The next step after this would be to add our projects, our deliverables, and maybe meetings. What we do here, how to add these projects would be clicking on this add app button here. We go to the app market. Since we don't have our own app created, we go to the app market. And what I'll do here now is under this functional, we have a series of like settings where this Podio could be used. It could be used in business development, class work education. But what we want to do here is to go to the project management tab. And once it takes us to the project management tab, we can see apps, several apps that can be used for project management. So we have the project and there are packs and then there are apps. What we want to do is to just get a pack where we have several apps within the pack that we can utilize for our project. So get pack. And we have to select house renovation, which is our workspace. We'll click on next. And now it has installed meetings, projects, deliverables, which are what are included in the pack. We click on see installed pack. This takes us back to our workspace. Now, if you can see here, we have the activity tab. Now, the 3 project packs we included are all going to be up here, which are the projects, deliverables, and the meetings. The next stage here now would be and also our activity list is updated based on whatever is going on, whatever I do on the workspace. So here we have that, like I installed the project apps, I installed the meetings apps, and I installed the deliverables app. next stage here will be to create a new project. So to create a new project on our house renovation workspace, we click on the project icon, and then over here, we'll have the add projects button. This already has been pre-populated like by the site, but we want to create our own project. This can be deleted eventually, like if you could clear all this up, but just to save time, we go to the add project. We give a project name. So we look at house renovation. What would we like to do when we are renovating the house? First step, we would like to say we'll go with the exterior development, which will be our project. We want to, just for this first phase of the project, want to develop the exterior part of the house. The project manager, okay, will be me. And here, the project start and finish dates, I'll assign a project start and finish dates, which would be maybe the 16th of August up until maybe the 12th of September. And then at what stage, this stage gives us an idea of what stage we are on the project. So right now we're just still on the planning stage, where we're trying to gather our planning documents and everything. And the project description would be develop the exterior parts of the house. Here we have our goals and metrics. We have our deliverable budgets. These deliverables budgets will be automatically derived when we start adding our deliverables to this project, which I'll show you in a second. Then we save project. Now we have created a new project. This item has been created. We have created a new project. Also, if you remember from our activity list, it's also, you always get an update on whatever you are creating and whatever you're deleting. So this signifies that I just created this. What we have to do now is to go back to the house renovation workspace. And once we're there, now the next stage, we want to add deliverables to our project. What do we do here? We go to the deliverables icon. And just like the projects, we go to add deliverables already, or as just like the project as well. This template has, given us an idea of how deliverables will look like on the backlog. But what we want to do here now is to add deliverables. So now we'll take a look at what kind of deliverables do we want to assign to exterior developments. We could say maybe a deliverable should be to build a fence. We'll say build a fence. So the status of that, we'll say not started. The deadline, remembering that we're starting our project like on the 16th. So the deadline, we're saying, oh, we probably need like two weeks to build this fence. And we give it the deadline as 30th of August, maybe by maybe 2 o'clock. Then we assign the owners of these deliverables. Say maybe John Doe would be the owner of this deliverable. We could assign more than one. We could still assign maybe my Danny Wise for all@yahoo.com as another project owner. So here we have two owners of this deliverable. The description of this project could then be to maybe build a 4-foot fence around the property. Could include other dimensions, but we just leave it as this, build a 4-foot fence across around the property. We give a durable budget, maybe how much we would need to, build this fence. We could say maybe $7,500. And now this is the most important bit of it. And with this red asterisk means this field must be filled in. What this related project means is which project exactly are we linking these deliverables to. And now we have our exterior development. We click on this exterior development and it automatically adds this into our project. Files here could be supporting documents like maybe the suppliers, receipts and everything. You could just put it in here. Just every other files that are like linked with these deliverables could be uploaded in here. And then at the end, we save these deliverables. But before that, you could always, when it comes to status, we could also modify this template. We could say modify templates. And on this status category, we could decide to add a new category, not started, work in progress, completed. We could say, okay, we want to add like a sign off category, whereby these documents and payments needs to be signed off before we start the work, which will be the work in progress. So we add this, and these color codes here, we could always give it a unique color, just to be more like an identifier when we are looking at the project. And the sign off, we could drag it up to maybe before the not started. We will say sign off, the work in progress. And also by this, on this fields tab, on this fields column, we could add more fields. We could add more, like relationships. This could be like a dependency. If we say to build fence this, it will be a relationship with maybe another deliverable. We could still drag this in and, assign what deliverable relationship it will have. We could always still add maybe progress completion. We could decide to add this here. Could add this progress completion in percentage. We could say if this field is required, if it should be hidden, or if it should always be hidden, or if it should be hidden if empty. So we add this here, and any other thing you feel like you might want to be in your deliverables description, you could always add all this in here. You could add the phone number of the owners, and when you're done, you click done, and it takes you back to your deliverables description. Now remember, we added progress. Here we see our progress bar. We could decide that, okay, we've started on the project and we're like maybe 10% done. And then we save deliverables. Now again, on our activity page, you'll see that it updates that I just created this. What we want to do now is we go back to our house renovation workspace. And now after doing that, a notification cell goes to the deliverables owner, which was John Doe, that he has been assigned a deliverable. And the next stage, we'll have the meetings app. This is we use this when you would like to schedule a meeting for your team members. We'll come to the meetings, and again, just like the deliverables and the project, we can decide to add a meeting. And this is very much straightforward. We could say headline of this meeting, which could be kickoff project kickoff meeting, where all the team members come together and get to meet for the first time before the project starts off. Time, we could say on the 16th, the first day of the project, by 9 o'clock, and it ends on the 16th as well by 10 o'clock, maybe a 1-hour meeting. And the attendees, the project manager, which is me, and I could then add every other member of the project team to attend this meeting. The agenda, we could say, we could give the agenda of the meeting, maybe WBS, deliverables, breakdown. Maybe we can talk about our team contracts, our team roles. And yeah, maybe we could decide on these 2 topics to be our agenda of the meeting. The location, we could say conference room, or a unique identifier. You could still use like an actual location. You could say use my location where exactly you're at, or you could still put an address, or you could still go with conference room if it's going to be an organization kind of meeting setting. You could say conference room, Conestoga College building. And then you could add minutes of the meeting. Maybe once the meeting is done, you could go back in here and then add in the minutes of the meeting. You can attach the files, important files from the meeting or for the meeting. And at the end, you save the meeting. And this goes out to everyone involved. I'm making them know like there's a meeting by this time. And yeah, basically this is more like the basic of how Podio works. So Podio really it's all about project collaboration, communication, and generally sharing documents. And yeah, okay, some other important aspects of Podio. Okay, we'll go back to house renovation. Some other important aspects of Podio, you could, on your dashboard, here you have your activity list. You have your workspace identifier. Here you have your tasks. If I've been assigned a task, those tasks come up here. So let's give an example, like a new deliverable. If I create a new deliverable and I say, as a project manager, what do I want to do? I want to, okay, now remembering that we've built a fence, it's back on this deliverables dashboard, we have not started building the fence. And as a project manager, I say I want to, procure the materials for the fence. So I could say procure wood for fencing. And this relationship, remembering the relationship I talked about, this relationship, we could say it's okay. For the status, I'll say sign off. Maybe it's about to be signed off, and the progress for this is say 65% or 64%. The deadline should be before Monday, 16th by 2. And then the owner, being the project manager, I'll say, yes, I'm the owner of this. And then the description would be to get wood supplies from the supplier stroke, maybe I'll say from Home Depot. So this will be the description. Then the budget for this, maybe to get those supplies, it will cost me $2,500. And the related project, don't forget, we have to go back and say it's for the exterior development. And we have our files. Then we save this deliverable. Now, what happens on this house renovation workspace dashboard? You can now see that, again, you can now see that on the task, this, yeah, okay, it shows that this is my workspace dashboard. And procure wood for fencing. So I can create my tasks here. I can say you can assign, it shows like I can assign tasks to myself or to co-workers on Podio and to anyone else. So this I can easily, instead of going to the deliverables subsequently, I could easily come in here and, you know, assign those tasks to like my team members or to myself. And then I create a task. So maybe assign a task. I can also say, okay, as a project manager, I want to maybe I want to create a meeting for WBS deliverables. And now I want this meeting to involve all the team members, including myself, and no due dates. So I want this meeting to occur tomorrow by 10. Here's the project for house renovation, and it should be shared. So the description of this will be WBS meeting. And then I create task. So now you can see that these tasks would show here, and everyone involved with this workspace can easily identify what task this is and if they are involved. Yeah, and you could still add more tiles depending on what you want to be visible on the workspace. You could decide to add more tabs, you could add images, you could add texts, you could add links to the workspace. You could add a workspace calendar where everyone can, you know, see the calendar and see what they need to do, like important dates on the calendar, August 16, which is start date for the exterior development. And basically, yeah, that's how Podio works. And I hope I was able to, you know, briefly describe this working operations of Podio and it's how easy it is to, you know, work around Podio. Here on this tab, on this, we have for that, if you have like maybe issues using Podio, there's this help and support tab. You could search in house renovation, you could search for any task, you could search for whatever you need to find on the house renovation project up here. And then your accounts tab is visible here. You can see it shows you how you can edit your profile, your account setting. Maybe if you want to create another project for another organization, you could create another organization here. Then your subscription plans, And over here, we have notifications. It shows there that I just created the meeting, kickoff meeting. And here we have our chats where you could chat with team members, like just communication. So all in all, I believe that Podio is a very powerful software for project management because it handles is a software for communications, for collaborations, for project plan, and everything project related, which will come in handy for a project team. Thank you. See you in the next posting.